SamAnt.com to once again address Dame Dash, the Lyor Cohen, and Rockefeller situation. Well, Funkmaster Flex posted a picture of Dame Dash and Lyor Cohen, on his IG. And here's what it says. He says, Dame Dash built an amazing brand in rock with Biggs and Jay-Z. I have tremendous amount of respect for him as an entrepreneur. 1,000% understand his cockiness, his self-made, and I know you wouldn't believe me, but Jay-Z would have never been noticed without Dame. But in 2018, I refused to join the cheerleading squad with the Dame and the slander. Without the Def Jam machine, Rockefeller would have died. And the win, Rockefeller was being distributed through Payday Free, Sleeping Bag, Priority Records. Google it. Before Def Jam, Jay-Z would have been another great MC that faded into obscurity if he stayed in that situation. He says Dame made a lot of money with Lyor. All great partnerships must come to an end. Jay-Z went his separate way because Dame didn't adapt to the fact he needed to refine his personality. No one can remove you if you stay in tune with your surroundings. At Dusko Poppington, he adds Dame Dash. He also goes on to say, I love you dearly, my brother. You helped me in 96 when my back was against the wall. But you are a liar. I was there fully back then, and I was signed to Def Jam for the Tunnel album. You are a liar. That man helped you. There are people with legitimate issues with Lyor. Dame ain't one of them. It's easy to turn people against the rich Jewish guy that is still relevant and making money. I love you dearly, bro, but you foul with that lawyer energy. I'm just tired of not speaking up on this. The truth is all we got. Why do you continue to twist it? A culture vulture can't get you unless the culture you represent is for sale. And he goes on to put just my opinion. He also, again, right after that, puts, at 7 p.m. on Hot 97, I'm going to give you the truth on this for the people that can't hear me in the fucking back. Enough already, man. You want the truth? I'm going to give it to you raw, and we're going to have that exclusively. We're going to be talking about that definitely on our next episode. But what do you think about Funkmaster Flex coming out saying that Dame Dash is a pretty much liar? He shouldn't be going at Lyor Cohen. Lawyer did a lot for him. What's your thoughts on that one, SamAnt?
Well, one, I can't wait to listen. Can't wait to listen. It's coming up in a few minutes right now from where we're shooting this podcast, a couple minutes. So we're definitely going to be tuning in and listening to what he has to say. Respected. Love Funkmaster Flex. But dare I say it, here comes another failed attempt from Hot 97 to make something relevant. Man, I got to go back in on my team over there in New York, Hot 97, and here's why. We all seen Lyor Cohen, Funk Flex, the crew over there at the YouTube Awards a couple days ago. They were all hugged up. They were buddy-buddy. Cool DJ Red Alert, another legend out there in the DJ game. Everybody's cool. Everybody's hugged up doing their thing. This kind of reminds me of, or I'm getting the sense that Lyor put his arm around Funk Flex and asked him to do him a favor. Asked him to do his boy Lyor a favor and come out and speak against the hypocrisy that is Dame Dash. Because what if Dame Dash said about Lyor recently? That book came out, a year ago?
About, yeah.
What's good? It's your brother SamAnt about Hip Hop News. So right now, I'm going to cut the action real quick in the Uncensored podcast, and I'm going to play a little bit of what Funk Flex said on Hot 97 in regards to this Dame Dash situation. As you know, we did this around 6:50 or so, 10 minutes prior to him going on live. So I got a little bit of that. I'm going to play it, then I'll come back with the Uncensored podcast. Y'all leave a comment in the comment section after it's all said and done, and let me know what y'all think. Here it is, Funk Flex. Let's go.
Simmons started with nothing in college. I think Kev was in D.C. promoting records. Kaiser was working at that. What was that place he was? He was working at like Best Buy or something nuts. It was something.
The Wiz.
The Wiz, whatever it was. And you use that culture vulture word, they cut you millions, bro. They signed each and every one of your artists for $500,000 and better. They gave you $1 million budget on marketing budget on every artist you put out. I know my numbers. I was signed at the label at the same time. You got bonuses. Y'all did tours. Def Jam Records made y'all, bro. They made you. They changed your life. I repeat, Jay-Z would have been Mike Geronimo. Matter of fact, at the time, Mike Geronimo was bigger than him, bro. He was bigger. He was bigger. this culture vulture talk. You know why? Because anybody that uses it, I'm going to check them. You know why? That's the word that you use for your own failures, for the things that you didn't accomplish in life. Be a man. Be men in this game, man. This rap thing, you veteran hip-hop dudes, be men, man. Be men. Foxy Brown life, I didn't know who she was. Gave her career. You Rockefeller dudes, why don't you go home and print a new tree? And try and print that tree without using the word culture vulture. And print that tree with the people that helped. Why don't y'all do that? Instead of using that word culture vulture. Because I'm going to keep it 1,000. The Lyor thing, I'm not standing still for it no more. I am not standing still for it. I'm not standing still for it with the Kevin Lyles. I'm not standing still for it. I was there. I saw it. That's it. Challenge me on it. Call me a liar. I dare any of y'all to call me a liar on anything I said today. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. And take out Ain't No Jay-Z and play it now. Play it now. You know why we're going to play it? Because this is the record that changed y'all lives. Everybody want to be smooth and cool. Be smooth and cool like y'all was in 96. Because everybody wanted to get in Lyor's office then. Now they not so cool.
About, yep.
So where's this energy coming from now?
Right.
He didn't say anything about him. And I didn't hear Funk Master Flex acknowledge the fact of the 360 deal and how it's terrible for artists. I didn't hear about the fact that when brought up and asked the question of being a culture vulture from Lyor, he basically went out and admitted it and said it is what it is. Mm-hmm. So are you saying right now, Flex, and that's no disrespect, don't bite the hand that feeds you? Is that what you're saying? Of course Dame Dash made money with Lyor. He would admit that. Of course they fucking did. Right. But it came a point where when you got people trying to make more, or go ahead and do this or do that, or when they see something fail, they supposed to just sit back and be quiet and like just not bite the hand that feeds them.
But what do you expect though, SamAnt? Like you said, these guys, and no disrespect to them, they're under another man's company. Hot 97 is not Flex's. He may have a little bit of stock, but at the end of the day, he can't go to the bank and make moves on behalf of Hot 97. They cut him a check. Dame Dash was talking about something bigger than, all these people, are talking about. And then we see now, and we were just talking in the car about this, that when you look at people getting fired for saying different things off different networks like CNN and all these different things, you don't have that level of freedom that you think you have. It's only, you got to be inside the parameters of what the company wants. Once you get outside of those, parameters, then you're done. Mm-hmm. So, they made money together, and all that, like you said, but he's pretty much making it seem like that they was going to die and that Def Jam, was the lifeblood of that company. I have to disagree.
You got to disagree.
I have to disagree because the product is Rockefeller. The product is put out there. I mean, I don't know the dynamics like that or how that went crazy like that. It'd be nice to hear from, Dame on this. I'm sure he would definitely be responding real soon, but this is crazy, man. I don't know.
Did Lyor slide flex a couple dollars? Tell him to do this on the strength, man.
I don't know. Maybe he just, sees something that we don't. Maybe, it's a video that's out there, from years back where Funk Flex went in on Dame Dash.
He's saying something we don't. A check.
So you think that Lyor Cohen actually paid him to or just said something and maybe, I don't know.
They were at the YouTube Awards together less than 48 hours ago. They sitting buddy. We all know Flex, and Lyor can't get it out the way Flex is going to get it out. Mm-hmm. He ain't to the streets the way he is. The second he say something, he's a vulture. So if you get somebody on your side and he don't got many, but maybe he's a caveman over at Hot 97, then yeah, maybe I could get people on my side.
I want to know what Funk Flex thinks about Lyor Cohen sitting on a Breakfast Club and pretty much saying that he really, I don't want to misquote him, but, he pretty much said that he would, doesn't mind pushing, drug and stuff on the community.
He don't. He said it.
Yeah, he said it, period. So it's just, I want to know what he thinks about that. This is going to be an interesting conversation.
I don't know.
This is going to be interesting.
I don't know if you will hear what he has to say about that because he's getting paid not to talk about it. Mm. I have a real good suspicion that this is going to be a lot of shade thrown toward Dame's way. it's going to be very pro Jay-Z, and we're not against Jay-Z. Jay-Z is our favorite rapper of all time. We respect him as a businessman. We've seen something that came out today that man made $900 million motherfucking dollars in 2018. How he makes his money, we have no idea. We would love to sit down and pick his brain and really get into it. He's bred under Dame Dash. So the two, we ask ourselves often, Kevin Hart.
Right.
We ask ourselves this often: how can something would seem so brilliant and so just almost indestructible break up without even, like, we just wonder. We would love to have conversation with either one of them and ask them that. And I know Dame Dash has answered that question far more times than Jay-Z has ever had to or has ever answered it. But we would just love to hear the perspective, because we see what Dame Dash is doing out here. We see what Jay-Z is doing out here. And they're both moguls 20 years after they've had the rock.
Does it matter though? Does it matter to you that Jay-Z is worth so much more than Dame Dash at this point? What does that say, to you as a business person yourself? Does that say that Jay-Z may have made, not that Dame made the wrong decision, but Jay-Z made ultimately the right decision with Tidal and what he's trying to do with the music industry? What's your thoughts on that?
I think that men made the right decision for their own. I'm not going to put a value on their success. Dame is damn sure comfortable. He seems comfortable in his life and what he's doing. I'm thinking he doesn't need another penny. He's good doing what he's doing, making his money. I'm thinking Jay-Z's doing the same thing. They probably ended it the way they wanted to, and at the end of the day, they see their end results being how they are right now. It's just a shame they couldn't do it together. It's a shame that we couldn't see that one-on-one conversation, because that was powerful, man, what we were watching over there. And the fact that Funk Flex even brought it up, and the first thing we saw before we even seen the other things prior was Dame, Big, and Jay-Z sitting on next to the fan. And we just like, whoa. It immediately sparked our attention because we thirst for the information.
Well, Flex is a little bit more relevant, I think, when he says something, more than anybody else on Hot 97. He's probably, like, if anything, like the lifeblood, still of that. Like, if anything's left over there, he's that dude. He's still connected to the culture, still brings people in. We just gave him props not too long ago, but I think he might be wrong with this one, but I do want to hear, what he has to say. I want to hear Dame's side of the story, and I'll listen to some old them talk, going back and forth with each other with their little commentary before, and then we'll come back and talk about this again, because again, it might be some new stuff, but right now it looks like he's just saying, look, man, stop complaining. Why you blaming the Jewish guy? But this, all good partnerships must come to an end, which I can agree, with that. But he might be barking up a tree that he might not want to bark up at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like we doubt that we're about to hear an objective conversation. It seems like it's about to be very aimed toward Dame Dash, but we'll see. We're excited. So
yes, sir. But you tuned into another episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast.
It's only one Mo.